I received this camera to test as on my other YouTube videos. I was kind of complaining that the camera I got was a really low angle camera. I was really wanting something that's a bit more fish-eyed so I could see people coming from the side. So a company contacted me and asked if they could send me a camera to try to see if it would kind of answer my problems, and then that way I could kind of make a video showing the camera. So this is the company, Natika. Don't really know how to pronounce it. But it's a backup camera, reverse camera, but you could also use it for a front view camera. And let's take a look here. So there it is. And it is way smaller than I thought it would be, which is pretty cool. You can see the size of it compared to my thumb. I'll actually make some like exact dimensions, but from just looking at it, I would say it's about like maybe 1 inch by, so 1 inch this way, less than an inch across and less than an inch tall. So it's about the size of an ice cube, if you wanted to compare it to something else. So, and it has these different colored wires, these small ones, and these wires are going to be for, making it for reversed image for like a front camera, or with or without guidelines, that kind of thing. And it also comes with a really long video cable, and also I'm thinking that's going to be for power there. So let's see, I'm not too sure exactly, but I'll figure it out. And then lastly, the power cable. So that's going to go in for the power there. And then this is going to be for the video, and I'm not too sure what these little red wires are for. And now my son is coming to take a look at what I'm doing. Now, the one thing is that with my RAV4, I'm not sure exactly where I'll be able to mount this. Because it's so small, I think I will be able to actually make this work. But I was also thinking about making this into a front camera and having a switch. So we'll see, but I'll install it, or I'll plug it in and compare it to my old camera and see how it looks. Okay? You excited? Yeah. All right. So here's my original camera, which I put in the rear bumper of my RAV4. The reason why I put it in the bumper is because with the way that the door folds open like so, you can't really get a camera in very easily. And then I just have it so it's actually coming wired from the front and down to the back and then through here, like so. So it looks like the connections are the exact same for this new camera. Before I start tearing anything apart, I'm going to plug this one in and see if it's any better, or see how the angle is compared to my old camera. So I'll quickly take a comparison shot of the old camera and then plug in the new one and then see how it looks. This first video is going to show the original backup camera that I have installed. So I'm just going to turn the ignition on, throw in reverse, and there we go. So there's a van kind of parked in my rear left area, and by the way, it went black there because of my automatic canceling of the safety button. But anyways, van, and I cannot even see it. So maybe, I'm not sure how I can really show you what's behind me, but if you look right there, there's a red van. So it's a red van parked there, and it does not even show up on the camera whatsoever. So it's a very narrow lens. The picture's very clean and crisp, but it's a very narrow, I can't really see much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the back, I'm going to actually just plug in this new camera and see how it looks. I have the new backup camera hooked up, and I just have it plugged in and kind of sitting on top of my bumper, right around where the other camera is sitting, like I just showed you. So let's see how it looks. So I'm just going to turn the ignition on and throw in reverse. And there we go. Way wider. It's actually nice that they have that van parked there so we can see how much more we can actually see. Yeah, the image looks really nice and clear. Very clean, crisp, and wide angle. That's what I was wanting. So definitely looks nice. And I really want to figure out how I can get it so that this is going in the back of the vehicle. So we'll see. Well, this new camera is definitely a lot better than the old one that I have. The only problem is I got to figure out how to mount this thing, because the one thing I like about this one is I was able to mount it flush in the rear bumper. And because with the spare tire, that's how I can keep it nice and centered. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to mount this one. Maybe I'll remove that one and kind of cut it out and epoxy it in there. I'm not too sure yet, but it works definitely so much better that it's worth me spending a bit of time and take the bumper off and figure out a way to fix it on there. I was also thinking about maybe trying to fix it on lower around the hitch, but because it's so wide angle, it's gonna pick things up. So that's the ideal place for it. So I just got to figure that out. I don't really want to put it on the license plate area, because then it'll be off center, and I'd rather have it nice and dead center. So something for me to figure out, but otherwise the camera looks like it works really nicely, and the right angle and everything, so exactly what I was looking for. So maybe my next video will be figuring out how to install it.